Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Education in Focus on School World TV. I'm your host, Ruth Bazing. How often have you felt you did not have to take an examination? I bet countless times. Today, our question is simple. Are examinations a fair way of testing students' knowledge in schools? I have with me the lead consultant and CEO of Neogenics Education Group, Grant Bulmuo, to help us delve into the matter. Let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back. Do stay tuned. First off, I want to know what your initial thoughts are on examinations as a way of testing students' knowledge in school.
Not everybody likes exams. Oh, come on. I remember I used to hate it because it stresses you out. A lot of people don't like exams. And I wish there wasn't exams, but you can do without it. So probably we'll start off by looking at what examination itself is about. It could be defined as written exercises, oral questions, or practical tasks set to test candidates' knowledge and skills. Because education usually revolves around transfer of knowledge or development of skills. And within the passage of time, we need to be able to assess if that student or child has developed or made progress in terms of knowledge acquisition and the development of skill or experience has changed. Right? And this test or examination is an assessment that is often administered on paper or on computer, intended to measure the test takers or respondents' knowledge, aptitude, ability, and to let us know whether there's been mileage in knowledge, right? And the issue is what form it takes. You know, not all tests or assessments should be very rigid, like the way, hey, we're going to do BAC, going to do a C or ACC, and everybody's serious mind me and getting all the cramming everything in. It takes different forms, right? And probably we need to look at the history of the origin of examination or formal examination. In the year AD 587, we had a Chinese imperial examination, and this was both practical and written components. Okay. Right? I've been to Russia, where in some universities in Russia, it is one-to-one. You come in, you meet the lecturer, you dip into a bowl, pick up a question, and whatever question you pick, you talk about the solution to the lecturer. So everybody tends to have a different question. Yeah. So you can't copy. You don't know what question you're going to pick up. Yeah. So you tend to read. Now we had a European oral examination, school examinations, where students answered questions posed by teachers in Latin and graded by their teachers. Then the first written exams was held in Europe at Cambridge University in England in 1792 by professors, and you see, and they were paid a piece rate. And they realized that written exam would earn them more money. So that's how come we then have a lot of written exams, because the professors were like, okay, we're going to be paid by every piece of paper we actually read and mark. And since then, the whole world tuned into putting emphasis on written exams since 1792, and it's been going on and on and on. So it's probably some people's gain because the marking earns some people's money. But exams, it's not that bad. Just that some people think exam is about the examiner trying to fail some people, right? And so people think, oh, they are always tricky, they want to fail some people. But I don't think exam is predominantly about trying to trick people, get them failed, and stress people. There's a whole philosophy behind examination.
Let's go for a quick break at this point. We'll be right back. Stick and stay with us.
1 conference, 3 events, 3 locations, 7 days, 20 topics, and 10 speakers. Yes, it's the 5th Annual Global Super Teachers Conference 2019 under the theme Bridging the Education Gap in Africa. Calling all teachers, head teachers, school proprietors, parents, and all education workers for a unique experience. The Global Super Teachers Conference 2019. The grand opening is on Saturday, 24th of August with EduTalk 1 and EduTech exhibition at Ghana International School at 8 a.m. It continues with EduTalk 2, 5 days of interactive breakout sessions from Monday, 26th August to Friday, 30th August at the International Training Center, East Legon, and ends with the epic EduCom Awards on Saturday, 31st August 2019 at the Holiday Inn, Accra at 5 p.m. Entry is free when you register for the mandatory certificate of 55 Ghana cedis before July. To attend, exhibit, or sponsor, you can text or call 026-271-4106 now or visit www.globalsuperteacher.com. It is the Global Super Teachers Conference 2019. Get informed, go perform.
Right, so back to your question, the whole reason why examination, like you say, for me, they provide an accurate way of measuring how far students have progressed in their education. So you've been to year 1, year 2, or year 3, you're going to year 4. We need to know how much progress you have made, right? Like I say, it doesn't have to be a written form. It could be teacher assessment, teacher observation. It could be informal interaction with a child, but it's the form of test or a form of examination. And that measures how far the child has moved on or progressed. And they enable the teacher or the examiner to also assess what students have experienced in their education. Number 3, they encourage students to focus their efforts towards a specific goal, right? So we're working on probably rocks. So we're going to do a test on rocks so that children can focus on rocks. So you normally have your syllables so that you don't learn just anywhere. So exam helps you focus and push your energies into some aspect of a curriculum to be able to develop. And they are objective and fair because everybody takes the test. No, some people are not left out, right? Just that we interpret them differently. Right. And examinations also provide a self-reflection, a self-assessment opportunity, right? I mean, if you go to the university, you take your interim assessment or your end of semester and you bump, right? You start to go back and reflect and find out what did I do right? What did I not do right? So examination helps us to actually have a self-reflection to see, hey, what are the things we need to give up on and start becoming serious? Because some people, if there's no exam, I'm telling you, there'll be education. They wouldn't learn. They wouldn't learn, right? And they reveal the difference between what students know and what they think they know.
True.
Right? Because some students believe, oh, God, I mean, I share like something I know. All right, that's what you think you know. The exam will reveal it, whether you know. So examination is a way of revealing the difference between what students really know and what they think they know, right? So, and it's also necessary to help challenge and stretch some children, because if the children are exceeding the threshold of examination grade or the grade boundaries, then we know, wow, these children, now we need to challenge them more, or the classroom curriculum or task is too easy, so we need to probably enrich it and make it better. Then apart from that, what we always look for is a qualification, because you cannot get a qualification without an exam globally. So examination is one route by which you get a qualification. You can't just go and then do a beauty pageant and get a certificate in fashioning. No, right? You need to be assessed in whatever form or shape. So examination is key, it's necessary. We can do without it. It is a global standard in academia for someone to be assessed in order to get a qualification.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks very much. You're always welcome.
Wow, that was quite revealing for me. Did you know how examinations originated in the past? Well, there you have it. In our next episode, we'll be talking about whether the Ghanaian educational system allows for different forms of assessment in schools. See you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching School World TV, brought to you by Neogenics Education Group.